This here, of course, is the Creta. It is one of the best-selling SUVs in the country and one of the main pillars on which Hyundai's success in India is made. But Hyundai decided that the Creta wasn't enough, and it decided to make a bigger version of the Creta with 3 rows of seats, so that there can be a 6 or a 7 seating option. And out came the Alcazar. This vehicle is an extended Creta, but with lots of changes, lots of premium features and lots of additions. It carries over the 1.5 litre diesel engine from the Creta, but also has the 2 litre petrol engine. The gearboxes are both manual and automatic, and there are some minor changes in the gear ratios from the Creta so that drivability is not affected. Let's take the car out for a spin and check out its features and its 3 rows of seats. Even though the Alcazar is based on the Creta, the similarities end at the front. Though it looks quite similar from the front to the Creta, the front grille, the bumper are all changed, though identical in shape and size. And so are the fog lamp surrounds, totally different. Besides, there's a skid plate both in the front and the rear. The side profile illustrates that the Alcazar is simply another beast, as the SUV with 3 rows of seats is larger, has more presence on the road, besides having a completely different silhouette. Even though many conversions of vehicles from 2 to 3 row seating keep the sides the same, on the Alcazar there are a few changes. The height of the front door is more, as is the design of the rear door different, and then there is an additional window for the 3rd row of seats. While the Creta is sleek and sporty, the Alcazar is big and voluminous in comparison. This is because the roofline no longer slopes downwards as in the Creta, and this is to add headroom to the 3rd row of seats. At the rear, the fenders are totally new, and the rear of the Alcazar, unlike the front, is totally different from its smaller sibling. New LED tail lamps are striking, while the overall rear look is reminiscent of the larger full-sized SUVs. For the first time, Hyundai has gone in for a brown interior trim that feels premium, and the color is appropriately named Cognac Brown. This can be seen with either one of the 64 ambient light colors, adding to the upmarket feel. While the overall layout is similar to the Creta, there are some significant changes and a lot more additions in terms of features and assistance systems. While the infotainment system screen is similar, the instrument panel is now made up of a 10.25-inch screen which is customizable to an extent, with 2 digital dials making way for the displays for the blind view camera monitors on the use of the indicator. So when the indicator is turned right, the camera on the rear view mirror on the right activates and projects the image on the place which has the speedometer or the tachometer in case you're turning left. The cameras on the side view mirrors, combined with the camera in the front and the rear, help create a 360-degree image of the vehicle and the surrounds, and this is helpful in reversing and parking. So in addition to the rear view camera, you have a 360-degree view, and you can also activate the front camera, which also activates in some preset circumstances. The front seats are comfortable enough, but the USP of the Alcazar comes from the 2nd row of seats onwards. The 2nd row can be either 2 captain seats or a 3-seater bench. The captain seats are comfortable and adjustable with both the back and the squab adjustable for forward and aft movement as well as for recline. The backs of the front seats have a fold out table with an integrated cup holder, and there's a slot for putting your tablets on the fold out table as well. In addition, the second row center console in the case of the captain seats also gets a wireless phone charger in addition to the one in the front.
So the Alcazar has 3 rows of seats, and there's an option of getting either a bench seat in the second row or 2 captain seats. And Hyundai says that it's very easy to get into the third row by this one touch lever, which essentially should fold over the seat with just this one lever. Let's go and check out the third row of seats as well. We're now in the third row of the Alcazar, and as you can see, it's a tight fit for an adult, but it might be good for shorter adults as well as children. Once there's somebody sitting inside, there are all the amenities and feature comforts. There's the air conditioning control for the third row, and there are USB charging outlets for both sides, for the left as well as the right. The third row of seats can also be reclined a little more for comfort, and the headrests are comfortable, and the headroom is fine even for adults.
The Alcazar comes with 2 engine options, which can both be mated to either a 6-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual transmission. The first of these engine options is the 2-liter new engine, the third generation version of the petrol engine used on the Tucson and the Elantra, with 159 bhp of max power and 191 Newton meters of peak torque. And for this engine gearbox combinations, the claimed mileage and certified by ARI is over 14 kilometers per litre for both the automatic and the manual 6-speed transmissions. The diesel engine, on the other hand, is the same 1.5 litre CRDI power plant used on the Creta as well as many other cars in the Hyundai range. While max power and peak torque are the same as that on the Creta with 115 bhp and 250 Newton meters respectively, the engineers at Hyundai have tweaked the gear ratios on the gearboxes to ensure good acceleration, drivability as well as fuel efficiency. The diesel Alcazar has certified fuel economy of 20.4 kmpl for the manual transmission and 18.1 kmpl for the automatic. The car we've been driving is of course the automatic petrol engine car, and we found that unlike on the Tucson, on the Alcazar the petrol engine feels sporty and the paddle shifters help derive the best from the powertrain. The engine does get a little rough at the top end, but because it has a comparatively large displacement, torque is sufficient enough to not have to rev the engine too hard.
So we are driving the Alcazar all day today, and I have to say it's a nice car to drive. It feels premium and plush. We are driving the 2-liter petrol engined vehicle, and it is tractable, it is powerful, it doesn't pose any problems in city traffic, well suited to the automatic gearbox as well. But what really catches the eye is the number of features that Hyundai has put into this vehicle. Of course, there's everything that the Creta has, including the air purifier here. On top of that, there's 360-degree surround view, which is provided by 4 cameras, one in the front, one in the rear, and 2 on the outside rear view mirrors. Then there is the blind spot indicator, which shows the camera view from one of the outside rear view mirrors onto the tacho or the speedo. So if we put on the right turn indicator, it lights up for the right rear view mirror. The camera displays here, and on the left it's on the speedometer. So very nice features. Of course, the BlueLink system is there in all Hyundais now, and that has also been upgraded to include more voice commands and things like opening the sunroof. So if I say, hey BlueLink, open the sunroof, it should be doing that. Or if I want to see the sun, it should be doing that. It has got lots more flexibility built into it. On getting into the Alcazar, the one most noticeable thing is the change in the interiors. Hyundai has gone in for these cognac brown interior trims, which is good for Indian conditions, doesn't get as hot in the sun, and is a pleasing change from the normal black and beige that have been doing the rounds on cars in the recent past. It also gets paddle shifters, which is an add-on and not present in this segment at all. And in addition to that, the rear captain seat is a really comfortable place to be in. Of course, it is not a full-sized SUV, so there is not oodles of space, but there is enough to make yourself comfortable. And from the front seat backs, there folds out a small table which has a tablet holder, so you can put your tablet and watch videos while on the move, and a cup holder as well. The rear seat passengers, the second row of seat passengers actually, also get wireless phone charging option in the center console, which is also there in the front. So dual wireless charging pads in the Alcazar.
The Alcazar fills in a gap in the Hyundai SUV lineup and fits in between the Creta and the Tucson in the pricing stakes. It would do well to understand that though the new Hyundai has 3 rows of seats, it is not a full-sized SUV, and hence it is a compromise, like all the other SUVs in this segment, in terms of space. While the third row has ample headroom, and there is space between the second row captain seats to put your left or right leg, whichever is towards the center. Even the best adjustment of the front 2 rows of seats means that it is impossible for a full-size adult to sit comfortably in the third row for long distances. For children though, it should be comfortable enough, there is enough space, and there are enough convenience features like USB charging and cup holders on either side to make them comfortable. This is in addition to the third row AC controls that are there on the right. While we did not drive the car with a full load of passengers with one person on board, the petrol engine Alcazar drives well. And though we cannot compare the ride and handling to the Creta, which is much more sporty and handles way better, the Alcazar is fine for sedate driving. Though the relatively large wheels with low profile tires means that the suspension has to work overtime on bad roads, and bump absorption by the tires is of course then minimal. Even though the Alcazar is loaded with features and assistance systems not found in cars of this segment, and even though Hyundai has managed the packaging of the interiors very well, it is like all the others in the segment, not a 6 or 7 seater, but a 4+2 seater or a 5+2 seater depending on the option that you choose. And if that is what fits your bill, then the Alcazar is the best premium offering in the segment and the vehicle that you ought to be driving home.